Yo, what's going on, man? This is your boy Super Mario, man. You are in the yo with your boy. Hey, today, man, we're going to be talking about the last beat on the Beat Project, the instrumental album that, or should I say instrumental project that I have out on all digital streaming platforms, and that is Brood Beats, man. It is a 4-track beat project that I released at the beginning of June, and, just kind of wanted to take you somewhat behind the scenes of how the beat was made and stuff like that. So this is going to be track number 4 on Brood Beats. Make sure you go ahead and check that out on your streaming platform, Brood Beats, and give me 30 to 60 seconds of your time on each track, and check it out, and let me know how you like it here in the comments and stuff like that, man. And if you like it, go ahead and add it to your playlist, man, and keep it in your rotation for sure, man. But today we're going to be talking about track 4, and this is going to be the last track on the project. This track is kind of like a little bit chill vibe type of track. I'm not going to say it's a Caribbean type of track, but it just give you chill ambient type of vibes, if that makes any sense. And I didn't use that much with it. It really wasn't too much thought process in that beat. It was just a vibe, it was a groove, and we kind of built off of that groove, and I kind of want to show you guys that process and how that came about. So let's go ahead and hop into Reason Studios and check out the process. All right, here we are in Reason. As I kind of scroll down one half of the rack here throughout the whole effects, you can see here that I used a drum machine, another Reason device for the overheads and hi-hats, and then I used this instrument Notonic for the chords, and then we have another instrument called chords we use as well. Xenology chord Dorwin from the Chord Gadget collection, IK Multimedia Model Base 2, and IK Multimedia Sample Tank 4. That was all the instruments that we used in this particular track. If we go to the sequencer window right here, we're going to talk about the first block that you see, and that is the chords VST. Now, when we take it back to the chords VST, this is a VST you can find sometimes on sale from, or should I say, on Plugin Boutique. And this is a really fire VST. I like it a lot. It does something neo-soulistic or R&B-istic to your sounds, or whatever the case may be. It's kind of like a chord player. They have many different chords on this particular VST, and but it sounds really cool. Just to give you an idea on how it sounds, you just press one note and you get a chord. You see what I'm saying? So you just press on the chords, and it give you different, sounds for as chords is concerned. There's no single notes or anything like that. It's strictly a chord instrument, or whatever the case may be. Now, you can on Plugin Boutique buy the expansion packs that comes with chords such as Cloud Waves, Cosmic Soul, Dream Keys 2, L Train, Future Soul, Lo-Fi Keys, and Neo Soul chords. Those are the chord packs that I bought with it, but I bought it in a bundle. But you can buy them individual if you don't like one pack from the other. But the factory preset will give you a lot of different options. Look at the pads, look at the stabs, look at the keys, the leads, the bass, chords, the strings. Not too much strings, not too much strums, but plucks, vocals. You got brass, rhythmics, percussive, and also atmospheric sound. So you get a lot for your buck, if that makes any sense. If you do catch chords on sale, you can get it for like $15, and then get the expansion pack for like $5 when they're all on sale, and you can walk away with a steal. But this is a really good VST if you're trying to make like ambient, chill, neo soul, R&B, and even chill type of hip hop beats and stuff like that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just solo that one instance or MIDI clip for chords, and let you check out how we kind of basically set it up. So it's the same MIDI performance throughout the whole arrangement, and let's check it out. So just basically just going up, down, just building a chord progression. And when I heard it, it was like, oh, okay, what direction I do? What direction do I want to do? I was vibing with it, but just had to take a couple of minutes to see what kind of direction I wanted to do. That's when I was like, well, I kind of want to, have a nice little groove to it. The first artist that kind of popped in my mind was Sade and stuff like that. So I went hunting for a percussive loop. And in my opinion, to really get you on a fast track to get started with a beat and everything like that, a percussive loop will always serve you justice. So I found this percussive loop and I put it in the arrangement. And when you pair that with the chords sound, this is what you'll get right here. And so I used I forget what I used. I think I used like Serato sample. But what I did was use Serato sample, and then I put like a delay. The delay, it wasn't really it wasn't timing right with the actual percussive loop. So it has like this little offset timing to it, which actually kind of fit with the chord structure. So I'm gonna play the loop by itself. And then when you can imagine putting a reverb on top of that. Now I do have a reverb on it in the mixing stage or whatnot, but when you put it with the chord, let's play it back from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we got right there. With that, Notonic, and I have the first version. Notonic is another chord instrument that you can take advantage of, and they also have expansion packs with their particular VST as well. They are on Notonic version 2, but I do have version 1, and it serves the purpose for me. I haven't really kind of looked at the expansion packs for version 2 or version 1, or excuse me, I haven't looked at Notonic 2 as something where I'm like, oh, okay, I have to upgrade. It's pretty much the same thing as chord. So I was like, I just kind of been sitting on it and waiting for the right expansion pack to come along for version 2 to actually copy it and everything like that. But I chose this this underworld situation right here, but I played it just to get the ambient sound out of it. So there's like this little you see these right here, like you can mix in the vinyl noise, or you can mix in the island noise, like with the birds and the chirping, kind of like a rainforest type of noise, city noise, or even kind of like a sky a flying type of noise, or whatever case may be, airplane or whatever. But I use the rainforest sound just to kind of mix it in and give it more of a ambient vibe than what you have with the percussive loop and the actual chords itself. So if we were to go back to the arrangement window and let's solo the Notonic. So kind of played it the same MIDI notes as the chords VST. As you can hear it. Now you can hear the chord a little bit, but if I was to turn down the actual rainforest sound, this is what you'll get. So you just get the chord. Now if I was to pair that with the with the chords VST, you see how it kind of layers in. So we actually just kind of creating a pad layer, and then when you mix in the actual rainforest sound, you'll actually hear what I'm talking about. So here we go. Now I could have stopped it right there, but I wanted a little bit more of that rainforest sound. and just kind of give you an imaginary audible experience of, you know what I'm saying, listening to something, and you know, you walking like through a rainforest on a tour, or you just exploring some trees or some shit like that, or whatever the case may be. All right, and then when you put that with the actual percussive loop here. So what we have already right now, you'll be like, oh man, just add some drums on top of that, and you know, you're good to go. But I did use a bass, electric bass instrument of a VST, and that is model bass. I could have just went on ahead and used that and put the drums with it, but it needed a groove. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear that sound, you hear like a bass sound, but we needed a groove. So that's where model bass comes into play. Model bass is my go-to bass VST, or guitar bass VST instrument. I've been using it for years. I like what Reason has. They have their own electric guitar bass device, and it's really, really good, but it just doesn't have that full audio spectrum, that full sound spectrum as model bass does. And model bass, it gives you a lot of different guitar models, bass guitars, or whatever the case may be. But I found something, and I kind of edited it up, and put my two step to it. What I do with model bass is I don't use their effects. But in this case, I did use it because I probably was in a rush or whatnot. But I normally turn off the amp modeling, and I also turn off the pedals as well. And I use some third-party, guitar effects, VST. But I didn't in this case. I just used the Stomp compressive model, and then you only get two amp models, and that's tube and solid state. So I was like, hell, let's go ahead and use it. Let's go ahead and create the vibe. And it just fit, you know what I'm saying, out of the box. It just fit. All right. So what we're going to do is check out the bass along with those ambient sounds and also the percussive loop. Here we go. And if you was to take out the chords, and you have that bottom weight. All right. So with the chords, VST, in mixing, I did have to kind of roll off a little bit of the low end, because you can see with the bass instrument and the chords instrument, you have a lot of competition in that low frequency range. But you get the drift of what it's trying to do. All right, cool. So that was those four sounds. When we start moving here, the next thing I implemented in was this Reason device. And it is the Reason drum kits. Now, this is not like, you know, hip hop or electronic type of drums. This is actually Reason drum kits for as acoustical drum set. All right, and they are pretty good. They sound really, really good. And I just basically used this for some hi-hats and some overheads. Again, just to establish the groove, but then give it more of an upbeat feel. Sometimes when you don't have something that's going to give you syncopation or something on the upbeat, it tends to drag in your head. That's the feeling. So you have to kind of find some type of other percussive element in order to give it more of an upbeat feel, so it doesn't drag. Okay. All right. So that's where Reason drum kits come into play. And when we go back to the arrangement window here, you can see here I got two MIDI parts playing at the same time. Let's go ahead and mute one and basically bring in the Reason drum kits, and here we go. So we got a ride. So the ride is just basically establishing that groove. Bing, 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 and stuff like that. The next one is going to be the hi-hats, and that's going to further, give you that upbeat feeling. All right, so here we go. Oh, not the hi-hats. I'm sorry. I didn't use the hi-hats. I thought I used the hi-hats in here. It's actually a tambourine. yeah, normally I use hi-hats and whatnot, but in this case, I use a tambourine and the ride cymbal. The kit that I use in here, let me go back to it. It's called the Blue Note. That is the patch that I used. And I was going to put the hi-hat in here, like I said, but, you know what I'm saying, I felt the need not to, or whatever the case may be. So we just got the ride section here. And I think I did some little bit of EQ in here. And I added distortion just to kind of bring out a little bit of the high end on that sound. And then with the tambourine, I think I left this at default. Okay. But you have a lot of customization with the Reason Drum Kit's device. You can EQ, you can do transient shaping to give it more of a sharper attack when you trigger the sound, and you have distortion to really kind of bring out the sound for us, like the high end or a little bit of that mid range if need be. Same thing on the tambourine as well. Yeah, man, that is basically the intro right there. Now, once we get started right here on measure number 9, we're gonna go ahead and go into the drums. All right. So I use the good old Kong drum designer device and everything like that, but I used a refill from DNA Sound Labs, and I forget which one this one is. I think it's called Trap Life, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. It won't tell me. Let me see here. No, it's from the refill Slate Mob Trap Drums 1. All right, and nice refill. Definitely got some great drums in there, and just kept it simple. You know what I'm saying? Kept it really, really simple. Let's hear it. And I got 2 parts, by the way. I think one part is for the hi-hats and the other part is like the kick and the snare. So let's go ahead and check out the kick and the snare. All right, here we go. So with those drums right there, they, you know what I'm saying, when I heard the kick and I heard the snare, it was very snappy. And I was like, yeah, that's the right feel, the right sounds and everything like that. You know, and then the next MIDI performance is the hi-hats. All right. And if we were to go back there and basically bring in the hi-hats, you'll hear how that sound. All right. You can see the ghost notes. So that's why I like Reason. They give you the ghost notes and everything like that. So 2 parts, ghost notes and everything like that. Kick, snare, and a hi-hat, open hat, just kind of give you that feeling. Now we're taking off. That was really, really good. In order to enhance those drums, I did use Slate Digital's virtual mix rack. And as it's loading up, I think I was just in the zone and I used this. Let's see here. I used the gate. We had a little bit of this virtual tube here, a little bit on the compression and some EQ. So just to give it a more of a smack and a more of a vibe to it as well. All right. So that is the drums, man. Moving along. We go back to the arrangement window. That's what we got. That vibe right there. That's everything. All right. We let that go throughout the verse. And then we get right here at measure 17. That's when we get a little bit funky and I start introducing guitars. All right. The first guitar sound is going to be coming from the Roland Xenology VST, out of the Roland collection, the ultimate collection, or whatever the case may be. All right, so this is Roland Xenology Pro. I went into the essentials section, and if we go to the browser, you can see here is the F PRST F Essentials, and I chose the muted guitar. Had a nice little sound to it. Let's see if we can navigate over there and check it out real quick. All righty. You know what I'm saying? Just to give it a short vibe. I was in the key, and you know what I'm saying, it just sounded, it just fitted, or whatever the case may be. Didn't do anything to the basic parameters, and sure in the hell didn't do anything in the edit parameters as well, and the effects. I didn't do anything. I just chose the patch and kept it pushing. Xenology Pro is a really, really good VST. It gives you a wide variety of sounds, and they always releasing different sound packs as they update. So you know what I'm saying, if you haven't checked it out, man, definitely check it out. But here is the guitar part added on what we have heard previously. All right, cool. So you kind of get the idea of, you know, what that is doing right there. All right. So once we get to the hook part, then we start introducing other sounds in here as well. We're going to go to another guitar part, and that is going to be coming from IK Multimedia Sample Tank 4. Now, this instrument has also some really good, great guitars as well. Sample Tank is known for more of your traditional instruments, nothing it's nothing major on the synthesis side. It's more of your acoustical instruments like guitars and good guitars, good brass sounds, bass sounds, organs, keys, strings, and stuff like that. Kind of like Airs Expand 2. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get, you know, the creme de la creme of sounds. You're just gonna get the basic sounds. Kind of like something that you'll find in an ordinary keyboard workstation, like they used to make back in the day. But we did choose a I think it was like a nylon type of guitar. I'm not exactly sure. I have to hear it, but let's check it out in the hook. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is mute the drums or take the drums out, and you'll hear the guitars in its full entirety. Oh, okay. It was electric. All right, cool deal. So it was an electric guitar, not a nylon guitar. All right. So just gonna let you guys listen to that by itself. All right. All right. So with this particular instrument, the good thing about Sample Tank is you have built-in effects with it. So you necessarily don't have to use anything third party. If you want to, cool. But in production, you don't have to, because you actually get the mix box. That's what it is. I had to look it up. It's IK Multimedia mix box. I was going to look it up on the computer. But you get mix box basically built into Sample Tank 4. So you can have your EQ compression, you can add effects, modulation type effects, reverbs, delays, and so much more. Even distortion and filters, specialized filters and whatnot. So you get everything you need to make the sound the way you want it to make it. See what I'm saying? So you get an awesome sound with the built-in effects. You don't have to use anything. Normally, I use a VST guitar effect, add it on, you know what I'm saying, as an insert, and go about my business. But we didn't do it with this one, and that's why you get that sound in the hook and everything like that. And then when you blend that in with the guitar and the pads, you feel me? So that's the groove. The only other instrument that we have is the Darwin VST from the Korg Gadget. And let's go ahead and pull that up right here. Now, this ain't nothing but a micro size Korg M1 VST instrument. It's just in a micro small version of it. I don't think you have the full preset library. as the Korg M1 VST instrument, but you do have some chords in here. And I could be mistaken, you have all the instruments in there, but I don't think it has all of them or whatnot, but I could be wrong. Okay. But it does have a high quality, the same type of sounds in there. It's basically a fancy, nice, gooey rumpler and stuff like that. And we have this sound, and I forget what it is. I think it's like a flute type of sound, like a pan flute type of sound, just to really give it the aura of, you know what I'm saying, being on the island, give it that chill ambient lo-fi, whatever you want to call it, type of vibe. All right, so this is where the pan flute comes in, right here on this lime green MIDI clip. Just gonna solo that sound. So the sound by itself, man, again, you're just painting the picture, you know what I'm saying? That's probably the last, you know, after you have the painting and everything, that is the gloss that's going to go over your canvas and really kind of keep those colors and the paint stuck and stuff like that. So you play it all together, man. You really got something special here. All right, cool deal. So once you know what I'm saying, you know, get all of that stuff right there, that's it, man. It's I didn't want to put too much production arrangement in it, just really kind of give it a vibe to it. The only thing I did at the end was do like this little guitar type solo situation with the sample tank instrument, just to kind of give it a signature sign off going out of the track. So that's basically it right there, man. You know what I'm saying, the track in its entirety, or whatnot. Again, you know what I'm saying, not too much going on in it, just really kind of establishing the vibe, establishing the groove, and doing what you got to do and stuff like that, man. Hey, man, I hope you guys like you know, all the beat breakdowns on this particular instrumental album, and I hope it serves you well and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed the beat breakdown for my beat tape Brewed Beats, which is on all digital streaming platforms. Make sure you go ahead and check it out. Give me 30 seconds to 60 seconds of your time checking out all 4 tracks on the project. And if you like it, man, go ahead and add it to your playlist and vibe out when you have a chance to sit down, smoke a cigar, smoke you some, you know what I'm saying, a little yum, you know what I'm saying, or sip you on a little something, or you've been taking a drive, man. Make sure you pull up Brewed Beats, you know what I'm saying, instrumental project by yours truly, Super Mario, man. Hey, if you like this video and you thought it was super cool, you thought it was entertaining, go ahead and hit a like on this video. Also subscribe to the channel for more information and content like this right here, man. And also check out that instrumental project, man. Brewed Beats on all digital streaming platforms, man. Hey, man, this has been your boy Super Mario, man. You have been in the yo, man. Stay creative out there, man. Keep your head on the swivel. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Hey, man, y'all go stream that right there, man. Brewed Beats, man. Track 4 right here, man. Check it out.